Hey guys, it's Matt Shu from Upright Health. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple beginner level exercise to help you build strength, endurance, and coordination in the muscles of the top of your shoulders. When I first started doing this after a long break from exercise, it was surprisingly difficult. My doctors told me never to use my shoulders, so I didn't. And when I came back to doing this, it was tough. So if it's tough for you, don't worry. This exercise is going to help you build a basic foundation of strength and mobility so that you can go on to do harder exercises in the future. And as you get better and better, maybe you'll be able to compete with me in some competitive one-arm coffee curls. To start with, you're just going to stand with your feet roughly parallel to one another so they're both pointing forward and you don't have one pointing way out to the side and one doing something weird. You just get them both doing about the same thing. You're going to keep your body nice and straight and neutral. You're going to pull your shoulder blades back just a little bit. You don't have to really force it back. Just pull the shoulders back just a smidge, and then you're going to lift your arms up and out to the side. From this position, you're going to bend your fingers in, so it's just the fingers that are curling, the palm stays open. A lot of people will go into a fist. That's not what we're looking for. We're actually going here. This gives us a little bit of a challenge on the wrist to keep the wrist locked. Also, for some people, this is a fun little exercise for the fingers. A lot of people run into problems even curling that much. So if that's you, enjoy. So we're coming out here to the sides. Our thumbs are pointing out and forward. We're keeping the shoulders just slightly back. Elbows are straight. And then we're getting motion at the shoulder joint. So this is going to be like doing the butterfly stroke in a pool where you're trying to swim forward. And you're just going to do this for a set of between 10 and 100. That's a huge, crazy range, right? So some of you are going to find it difficult just to do 10, and that means your shoulders are pretty weak. Some of you might find that 40 is really tough. That's okay. And those of you who get to 100, you can probably move on to a different exercise. But most of you watching this video are probably not going to be able to get to 100. So we're just going to go ahead and keep going in this circle. Let's say I just did 30 of them. Then I'm going to turn my palms up, thumbs pointing back, and then I'm going to do a backstroke. So I don't have a mirror here, so I can't tell if my hands are perfectly even, but if you're doing this at home, you want to do this in front of a mirror so you can make sure you're not doing something like this, right? We don't want things to be super uneven. We want to try to get it to be right about the same. There are two ways this exercise commonly goes wrong. The first way is poor chest and spinal mechanics. So you stand here and then you go to pull your shoulders back and you put yourself into a big anterior tilt, big lordosis, or you go into a big sway back. That's not what we want to do. We want to try to keep you in neutral. Just pull the shoulder blades back a little bit, bring your arms up and out to the side. That's what we're looking for. We don't want to start doing this stuff. Okay, so check that in the mirror. The other problem people run into is coming out to the sides. They get locked. Like maybe it's one arm, maybe it's both arms. You just can't get higher. If that's the case, you want to try to make sure that your shoulder blades are pulled back a little bit. If your shoulder blades are here, you cannot get up. Like you will just get jammed. This is not me faking. This is as far as those hands can get right now because I'm in a slouch. So you want to try to get better spinal position and shoulders back and then try to move up and out. If that still doesn't help, what you want to do is stay out of the pinch zone. So you don't want to go like, oh, it pinches, I'm just going to keep making it pinch. You want to stay lower and work in that range and gradually build a little bit more strength there and a little more coordination. You're looking to teach your muscles to control ranges of motion. If you're too weak to control here, your body's not going to let you go further. So you just want to get into a range that you can control and just kind of tease the edge of what you can control. And gradually what you'll find is as your shoulder muscles learn to control the arm, you'll be able to get a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. You may also want to check into other stretches, overhead mobility stretches, and things like that. When I have somebody first start training with me who has really weak shoulders, I'll usually have them do this exercise every single day, at least once a day. if not multiple times a day. And they'll do, sets of 40 rotations forward, 40 rotations backwards, and they'll just be doing it a lot. It's really hard to overdo this exercise as long as you're doing it correctly and as long as you're paying attention to the feedback your body's giving you. The reason I give this to people to do so often is because most of the time people are just sort of stuck in this like handcuffed computer position and their bodies just don't know how to function out here. This is not a super taxing exercise. It's just a good reminder to put some blood into these muscles and remind your body that, hey, hands are supposed to be able to get out at least here. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you're looking for more ideas on how to strengthen your shoulders, make sure you check out the links in the description section. And also, let us know in the comment section, how many coffee curls did you do while watching this video? Be sure to click the like button, subscribe, and as always, remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.